Hey, what's up, everybody? Anthony here, AR Creates, and welcome to the first episode, or I should say, the introduction to the Church Creatives Club podcast. Many of you have already been following us on social media. You've probably read the magazines, maybe got some merch or something like that. But since we're on quarterly releases with the magazine, I figured what's the best way to get more content out there so we're not just waiting every few months for a magazine to come out, although that is still kind of the main focus of the Church Creatives Club. And talking to several people and just going through messages on social media, it seems like a lot of people, the overwhelming majority of people, wanted a podcast. And so I got to thinking, I didn't want to make this just like another creatives podcast where we just talk about creative stuff in the church, but I wanted it to be a little bit more social, and I think we can do that and accomplish that and make it different and structure it kind of like the magazine. I plan on bringing a lot of guests on board, plan on doing some interviews. In fact, I've already reached out and got some, I should say, kind of big names in the church creative world and on social media already lined up for some interviews, and really looking forward to that. But just making this more of a laid back podcast where we get on here and we just talk and just have a lot of fun. That's what this is supposed to be about. That's kind of the whole purpose of the Church Creatives Club, is to be a little bit more social. And we kind of sometimes, you feel like you're in this, by yourself, especially if you're working in a church, doing a lot of creative work in the church. We kind of all go through the same things, all kind of struggle in the same areas. And so this is just a place where we can hang out, we can talk. I'm sure there'll be a whole lot of laughs, a whole lot of jokes, probably a lot of inside jokes that, kind of only us in the church creative world sort of understand. But that's just really what this is about. So it's not going to be very long today. Like I said, this is just kind of the introduction. I am not sure how many episodes we're going to do of the podcast. Not sure how often they're going to be released, but hopefully we'll get a few of them here and there in between the magazines. If you have an idea, or you have somebody you would like to hear come on the podcast, or if you yourself would like to be on the podcast, please reach out through social media, through Instagram, Facebook. If you have not joined our Discord yet, the Discord is a lot of fun. We already got some people in there. It's starting to get a little bit more active. So click the links in the bio. There'll be some links down below in the description of this. But go ahead and subscribe, join the mailing list, go read the digital magazine, join the Discord. Just got a lot of different ways for church creatives to connect. And that's really what this is all about, is to feel like a club, to feel like you belong somewhere, not just to hear me talk or to hear some others talk and give you advice or tell you what to do, but we're kind of in this all together. We're kind of all working towards the same goal here. So really looking forward to the podcast. I think it's going to be a whole lot of fun. Can't wait to get some of these recorded, get these pushed out to you guys. And I plan on doing all of them on video as well. So if you would rather listen, or I should say watch these on YouTube, I'm going to try to video every podcast episode, even our interviews, so you can go back and watch it. Or if you just want to hear the audio, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. If you can't find it yet, since it's still very new, they are releasing on different platforms, but definitely on Spotify, Apple Music, kind of the big ones. Go ahead and subscribe. That way you get notified when new episodes come out. And just thank you guys so much for the overwhelming support of this project. I just want to take a moment, thank everybody that has ordered any kind of merch. You ordered print copies, you ordered a hoodie, you got a hat. All that stuff helps me make this better, helps me grow this project. I've talked a little bit about how, we want to start paying people for articles. We want to take this thing to the next level. I don't want this just to be another project that fizzles out. We get a couple of episodes in, get a couple magazines released, and it's just kind of dies out from there. I think this thing has a lot of potential to grow, but it doesn't happen without you guys. And so, as always, I know the magazines are every quarter, but continue submitting your graphics, continue submitting articles, things like that. Trying to work them all in. The first two issues this year had a whole lot of support. I've gotten so many compliments on the quality of articles. You guys have just blown me away with how well written your things are, how well your graphics are designed. I even showed some of these print copies to people, not really in the church creative world. They were just kind of asking, what this was all about and things. And they were just blown away. They just could not believe that this was just people that got together, really just started on Instagram and started submitting stuff. This was not like we went out and hired a bunch of professional writers or anything like that. So, again, I've just been blown away with how much this has blown up. I'm looking forward to it growing in the future. As always, I welcome any kind of suggestions, any kind of help, any advice you guys have. And let's just make this thing great. See you guys on the next episode.